Ron Johnson is one of the most dangerous Republicans in the U.S. Senate. We need to finally get rid of this guy, and we can do it. The polls are so close in Wisconsin that our phone calls coming together as a Gaslit Nation community with our friends at Indivisible, we can put Mandela Barnes over the edge and elect him as the U.S. Senator for Wisconsin. We did this with so many volunteers across our country for Reverend Warnock and John Ossoff in Georgia, and now we're going to do it again together for Mandela Barnes. That is why you all must come this Monday, Election Eve, November 7th, 4 p.m. Eastern, for an extremely important phone bank with Gaslit Nation, Indivisible, and our very special guest, Mandela Barnes. He's going to be there. He's going to say hello. This is so exciting. We are thrilled for this opportunity to meet the next senator for Wisconsin who is going to defeat a traitor to our country. Ron Johnson is a traitor to our country. He was warned by the FBI. Ron Johnson was warned by the FBI that he was being used, that he was a risk, a national security risk, essentially being used as Kremlin disinformation. And we know that to be true because of the things Ron Johnson has said, right, in support of Trump and you know, in spreading Kremlin disinformation. The guy is dangerous. We need him gone. And we need a proud patriot who stands for our country, who stands for the people, who stands for the safety and security of our democracy. We need Mandela Barnes in power. We need him. So come join us at the Gaslit Nation Indivisible Phone Bank Monday, Election Eve, November 7th, 4 p.m. Eastern. This is so exciting. Mandela Barnes will be there. And please join us. Please invite people. Get as many folks as you can at this phone bank. Every single phone call we make matters because every single vote matters. And together, we're going to get Mandela Barnes into the Senate. Thank you. And if you want to know how to sign up, click on the link. You'll see it. It's there in the description for this update. I'm thrilled for Monday night. I'm so excited to see you there. And don't forget, we're giving away a signed copy of Sarah's latest book, They Knew, and a Mr. Jones film poster to one person who attends our big phone bank. This is your final chance to win a signed copy of They Knew and a Mr. Jones poster. So be there. Thank you. And don't forget to vote.
It's extraordinary that Russia's strategy was to spread disinformation using American media organizations like Fox and OAN, but even more alarmingly, senior members of the Senate and the U.S. House like Ron Johnson and Devin Nunes in an effort to launder their disinformation in a way that the media might find credible. Luckily, the media, I think most of it and the rest of us knew what was up and called foul on it. But it's just an extraordinary statement about how the Republican Party has lost its way, that they would somehow talk themselves into becoming, and this is a term of art, useful idiots for the Kremlin, for Vladimir Putin.
They ramped up this entire Russian collusion hoax, and it was a hoax. And who's the recipients of these leaks? It was members of the media, about 18 different outlets. What I'd love to see is I would like to see members of the press actually start looking into all these leaks and how this story got spun up that resulted in a special counsel and put this country through about 3 years of a mini constitutional crisis. That's what I'd like to see.
Senator, it's not a hoax that the Russians attempted to interfere in the 2016 election.
Yes, they put Russian disinformation into the Steele dossier that was bought and paid for through cutouts for the Hillary Clinton campaign. That is what we found out, Jake. You got to look at the evidence. Look at those footnotes.
I'm not disputing it. I'm not disputing it. The idea that we don't know what was in this Steele dossier, and how it got there and whether it was disinformation. But that's not what I'm talking about. You're suggesting that the entire Russia interference campaign was a hoax, and it was not. The Senate Intelligence Committee, run by a Republican, has concluded it was not. Every single inspector general of the intelligence community and of all these agencies has said it was not a hoax. The Russians were trying to interfere.
He called them tourists, the people who were beating up police officers in the United States Capitol, the people that were there to protect him. He said he wasn't afraid. He said if they were Black Lives Matter or Antifa, he may have been afraid. But because they were the people who he riled up, of course he wasn't afraid.
Joining us now is the Lieutenant Governor of Wisconsin, Mandela Barnes. He's Wisconsin's Democratic candidate for United States Senate. Thank you very much for joining us tonight after this debate. What do you, for you, what is the most important point that Ron Johnson made in the debate that you need to answer?
Well, the thing is, Ron Johnson can't be trusted. Ron Johnson can't defend his dangerous position on abortion. He supported 8 different national abortion bans, some with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the mother. He can't defend his position on January 6th. He can't defend his position when it comes to shipping good-paying jobs out of state and overseas. Ron Johnson continues to leave working people behind. He definitely cannot be trusted with our health or to keep us safe. But I'll tell you, there are some big money interests that are supporting him. Ron Johnson has had an unprecedented sum of money that has been dumped into this race to try to discredit me. And we need help. If folks can go to MandelaBarnes.com, it will make a huge difference to get rid of this person who does not care about your rights, who would absolutely vote to support another national or to support a national abortion ban. Someone who would go to the same lengths that he went to last time to overturn a free and fair election if he doesn't like the results.
The latest poll shows you in a straight tie, 47-47 with Ron Johnson.